Hey up everyone, and welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm just going to be showing you how I rendered this curly bouffant on this poodle dog. I'm going to be working in coloured charcoal pencils, and I'm just going to start with a black charcoal pencil because as you can see it's quite dark, especially on the bottom side of the curly area, like above the eyes and what have you, and then it gets lighter up at top where you've got all your light hitting it. But I just need to add a darker base that I can then work from and add more colour and what have you, and highlights to it a little bit later on. I'm just adding some messier texture, generalised, because it's all going to be blended in a little bit, so I don't need to make it like perfect or like that. So you just add some on so you've got some charcoal on paper to actually blend. And because it's darker at the base of the bouffant, then just add a little bit more black there than what you'd add at the top, where you've not really got much black at all. It's lighter browns and some orangey tones and what have you. So now I'm coming in with blending stump, and I'm just going to blend all that out and make a nice base to work up from. And whilst I'm doing that, I'll just mention that this poodle is called Rafi, belongs to a friend of mine. I've done some of his owner's other dogs as well, and a couple of them are actually on this channel, including one that's got her in. And unlike most poodles I see, he's got his ears clipped as well, so it's just the curly bouffant on top of his head, which looks rather cute. Reference photo you see here, I just took myself using my phone when we were both at an agility training session, so you don't need like a big fancy camera up like that. And as you can see, he's quite an happy chappy dog. So now that black's all blended, I'm coming in with the brown coloured charcoal pencil, and I'm just going to go over it with brown and add some brown tones. And I'm not really going to put much effort into like any detail or like this at this point. With these coloured charcoal pencils you've got to do lots of layering up, so it's just getting layer and layer and layer on, and then they start blending with each other like paint. And because I've only got limited colours in these charcoal pencils, they just come in like a pack with like a dozen pencils or so. So you can't get all different colours like you can in a lot of like other like pastel ranges and what have you. So I've got to like blend colours together a lot in order to get the tones and shades that I want, because they're not likely to just exist in one pencil anyway. And for this reason the coloured charcoal drawings do take a little bit longer than the black and white ones, especially if you've got warm colours involved. It's not really that much different if it's cooler colours, which you can mostly achieve just with black and white charcoal anyway. So I'm back again with black charcoal pencil because I've got to darken this up further, because you can see it's quite dark in reference photograph and the first layers just weren't dark enough in drawing. And you can see that I'm just starting to add a bit of pattern in, like with the black showing in the reference photo. You've got like little gaps showing between his curls that are darker and what have you. So it's just like little spidery effects, like the gaps that are going to be between the curls, which are going to be lighter, and I'm just adding the black in that's sort of going to be in between them, if that makes any sense whatsoever to you. And as before, I'm going to be concentrating most of this black around the base at bouffant, above his eyes, because that's where it's darkest, and then obviously it's going to be lessened as it moves up to top at bouffant. And I'm going to try and get it as dark as it is in reference photograph on this layer. And I've come back in with the brown coloured charcoal pencil now because I need to warm it back up and make it look overall a little bit more brown. I'm still not concentrating on the curls yet, I'm just trying to create a base for them coming in a bit later on. And you will see me swapping between the black and brown for the time being until I've got that base properly set in, ready for the details to start being applied. As per usual, all supplies that I'm using will be listed in description as well, because I know that people often like to know what you're using and where you can get hold of it. I've often been like that when I've been watching other people's videos and I've gone to description to see if they've listed the supplies and where I can get them from. So now I've added that base in, I'm coming in with this flesh coloured charcoal pencil, and I use this colour a lot for highlights on like dark browns and what have you. And I'm just going to start adding some impressions of curls, and everywhere where you can see like a curl and a highlight, I'm just going to be applying that onto my drawing as well. The footage makes it all look a little bit brighter and more contrasty than what it is in real life. You'll see the finished drawing at end of video, so you'll see what I mean, the difference, but it is a little bit closer to colour at reference photo in real life. But obviously in the reference photo you can see there's some like orangey tones, and I will be applying them a little bit later on. First I'm just going to get these curls and impressions of curls applied with this flesh coloured pencil. So anyway, I did speed this footage up a little bit, but I didn't speed it up too much, so hopefully you can still see clearly what I'm actually doing. If I didn't speed it up at all, it'd just take too long and I'd probably have to just cut bits out, otherwise you'd have a video that lasted forever. And most people don't watch most of the video, they only watch a small amount of it anyway, so I think having them too long is not always that constructive. I think sticking to one small area like this means that I can still speed the footage up, not too much, and still keep the video short enough so it's not too long, but you can still see what I'm doing. It's finding that balance. So I'm still adding the highlights with this flesh coloured pencil, and even though I like to sort of make some of the curls and the clumps the same as they are in reference, I'm not being an absolute slave to it, because when you get fur like this, it just be really laborious trying to make it all exact, every single strand and clump. So I'm just going to try and make it look similar, especially when you're doing a more loose charcoal style drawing like this, as opposed to like hyper realism. And anyway, if I took more photos of this dog on different occasions, these curls and strands on his bouffant would probably all look slightly different on different occasions anyway. They're not always going to stay exactly the same. And you can see that I'm concentrating more of the highlights around top as well, where you've got more light hitting it, and then not going overboard with them like further down and near bottom where you've got more black showing. You don't want to be covering all that black up. So now, in order to warm it up, I've come in with an orange charcoal pencil, and all I'm going to do with this is similar to like glazing when you're painting, and I'm going to go over all the fur like really lightly with it, so it's going to add like an orange tint, but I'm not going on too heavy that it's going to be covering up underneath, you know, what I've already put on. So it's going to leave all the details in place, and I just go really lightly on, and then it just adds the orange tint and warms it up that way. And now I'm going to use a white one to really push them highlights, but just bear in mind that when you apply the white over like the other colours that you've put on, it picks up some of the colour, and so it don't come up like fully white. Usually it's like it blends with the colour that's underneath, so to speak. Now the highlights look a lot more bright and white in this footage than what they actually were in reality. Again, you'll see the finished drawing at end, so you can see that it's not as white and contrasty as what it looks here. It's just the way that the phone picks it up, because that's what I will use in order to record. And to finish off, I'm just going to come back in with a yellow ochre pencil, and I'm just going to do the same as I did with orange and use like a glazing technique to warm it up. Just go lightly over them highlights and just make them a little bit more yellowy. You can add more orange as well if you wanted to, if you were doing fur like this at same colour. But as it looked in real life, I didn't really feel the need to do it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have done and you're still here, and thank you very much if you are still here, then if you could just give a like, thumbs up, and if you've got any questions, then please add them into comments as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!